Okay guys, this is going to be an install video for DayZ Overpoch. This is with the updated version of DayZ Epoch, version 1.0.6.2. And I've updated my loot tables and my gold and silver based traders. When did I do that? I think I did it on the 9th. 21 days ago, I guess. Anyways, let's get started on this install. So like I did in my prior video, what I like to do, you can either upgrade these files, the existing ones, but I like to just make a second server. I think that's fun because then you got an Epoch server and an Overpoch server, and it doesn't take up much resources to do this. So let's do that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get Overwatch downloaded if you don't have it already. DayZ Launcher is the place to get it. So make sure, again, in my last video I said make sure this path points to your Arma 2 over Operation Arrowhead folder. You don't want to point somewhere else, you want to point in there. Okay, and then go into your mods, and where's Overwatch? Right here, DayZ Overwatch 0.2.5. Just, see, I've already installed it. Just download it. It takes a while, so start that early. And probably going to take, I don't know, at least an hour. But get that going. Once you got that done, you should have it wherever you have your Arma installed. Steam folder, right? Steam apps, common. Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, there it is. You need a copy of this on the server. So you need a copy on the client and on the server. So just go ahead and copy that over. Okay, there we got it. You don't need anything else out of here. You need to download a fresh copy of the server file, the Epoch server files. So download those. This assumes you watched my other video, by the way. If you haven't, go watch it, because you install Epoch and then you install Overwatch over the top of it. So you should already have an Epoch server existing with a database and Heidi SQL running. Got that. Let's go ahead and go and extract these with 7-zip to a folder. Okay, now you've already got this folder in here for DayZ Epoch server, so I'm making an Overpoch server, so I just renamed this one. Right, just take out Epoch and put over in there. There, DayZ Overpoch server. Because, not necessarily because I'm doing some changes to Wicked AI and stuff where it's going to auto-detect your mod, but if you have multiple servers with multiple maps and different POIs and that kind of shit, you want a separate server folder for each one. So this is why I do it this way. Yeah, that should appear right there, separate. Okay, and you need the MP missions. So I'm doing just Shinaris again. If you want to use another map, that's fine, but most people use Shinaris anyway. So just change Epoch to Overpoch, and then move that into your, or copy that over, I guess. So you have an Overpoch folder. We're going to be making changes in here, so I'm just going to leave that alone for now. You should already have these. You should already have everything, all these DLLs. You should already have this shit. So you need to set up a second database. Oh, we need to copy, hold on. We need to copy this server config. Yeah, go into C. This is the one from Epoch. So you have to rename this. You can't have the same name folder in here. So we're going to change this from DZE, that's DayZ Epoch to just, OP, DayZ Overpoch, okay? So copy that over. And since you renamed this, you have to go in here and rename all this other shit. So we're going to get rid of all of these batch files and config files that we don't need. We're doing instance 11 Shinaris. What we need to do that, and then click there, and then shift click here. Delete all this shit. Click there, get rid of the Rugen. Okay, so you should have 4 files in there, just like before. And you can leave this like that if you want. You can. These files are separate from the other ones, so you can just leave them alone. Except for the batch file. I like to put a shortcut on my desktop, so I'm going to rename that. Shinaris, I'm just going to put, make sure you don't use spaces and shit. Always put either underscores or mash it all together. So we're going to do Overpoch bat there. Battle Eye, again, make sure you change this password to something not stupid, right? Secure it. Big, long password, complicated. Users, again, that's just your difficulty levels. Watch my other video, you'll see that. I'm going to try and move this one a little quicker. So Shinaris config, let's edit that. This is going to be changed to Overpoch. Right, I used my name, I think. Yeah, Jason's Overpoch Server. This needs to change, right? Make sure you change that mission file to what you named it to. You can change the name, anything you want in front of this dot. Leave Shinaris alone behind it. That's your world name. And if you change that, it will say no, you can't log on. It won't find it. It'll say like error world name could not be found. Change your admin password. Put a password if you want other, to give it out to your friends only. All this other stuff, you leave it alone. Just remember to do that. That's the most important. Let's go into the batch file. This basic.config is, these are the settings that the Epoch devs put in there. Leave those alone. Those are probably optimized. Don't mess with them. We need to change this. Okay, remember the last time? I need to make this smaller. We need to go, let's see, do I need anything out of here? Yeah, I need the SQL files. Okay, so you need to have this. This is the file it's trying to open. Remember that? So you need to right click this, go to properties, get the path for it, and then do a CD and then CD and then paste that in there. Save that. Also make sure that you're not running any betas on your Arma 2 or Operation Arrowhead, right? It should say none here on both of them. Okay. LAN server, remember 2302. You have to have that port. If it's a remote Daddy box, don't worry about it. Remember we changed the folder name to DZOP. So you need to change where it says DZE. I just highlight it, hit Control F. DZE is in there. You're gonna replace it with DZOP. Replace all. Okay, so there's 3 of them. Okay, so it should say DZOP in front of all of these. And if you want to move it into a different folder, whatever, just make sure that you know where the path is to these files, because otherwise it won't load them. So this is 11 Shinaris config. If we go in here and go to properties, it gives you the path right here where it says location. that this has to match here. Has to match this location or the directory. BE path, let's do that. Put your cursor right there in front of that. Do 2 double quotes and a space. Back up 2 so you're inside the quotes. And you're going to go hyphen, capital BE, lowercase b, P-A-T-H, equals, and then you need the path to your BattleEye folder. Right? Go inside your BattleEye folder, right click one of these files, go to properties, get this, and you're going to paste that right in here right after the equal sign. Just like that. And you need to load the Overwatch mod before Epoch. Okay, so type it in there exactly how you got it. Where is it? It's in here, DayZ servers folder, right there. Oh, DayZ Overwatch. You can just right click, go to rename, Control C to copy the text, click here to get out of it, and then right in front, paste, and then semicolon. So it should say at DayZ Overwatch, semicolon, and then the rest of these. And you need to rename this Epoch server to this Overpoch. You don't point to that one, you're pointing to this one. So change this to Overpoch, right? So you're loading DayZ Overwatch first, then DayZ Epoch, then your Overpoch server folder. I've seen some weird shit on YouTube. I think I've mentioned this before. Swapping out files. They open this shit up and they start swapping out files like the DayZ code and this stuff. Don't do that shit. Leave this alone. The reason why you load this first, these share PBO names, right? You go into the add-ons and you have a DayZ code there, right? You go into Epoch, you have a DayZ code there. Okay, so you load this one first, right? The way this ARMA works is that it will overwrite if something is the same. Okay, so you load the Overwatch first, and then the functionality comes from Epoch. Base building and everything else comes from Epoch. The only thing you want out of Overwatch is the game sounds, the gun selection, and the vehicles. That's it. Everything else gets overwritten by Epoch. That's why it's loaded second. Always do it like this. DayZ Overwatch first, DayZ Epoch second, then the server. Save that. We should be done there. Yeah. This is just a good exercise on this has to have a unique name, and remember the paths have to be correct. And the path to this ARMA2 OA server.exe has to be correct as well. We're done with that batch file. I'm going to make a shortcut on my desktop so it's easier to load it. Okay. We need to make a database. Not changing the time. Leave all these defaults. We're changing this. Remember, when you make a database, you don't want any spaces in here. Always have this connected. Either there should be it's underscore or all mashed together. So DayZ Overpoch, I'm just going to put the map name in there. DayZ Overpoch Chernarus. I'm going to leave. You can create a new username or just have it the same like I did in my last video. Make sure this password isn't stupid. I'm just doing this for the demo. Make a difficult password so people can't get it. And don't use root either, because you don't want, if somebody accidentally hacks into your computer and gets this, you don't want them to have your root password, all right? Because that's disastrous. So we're all done with this. We're just going to use this file to guide us in making our database. So log into your Heidi SQL with your root password. Make sure that password's good too. Don't put bullshit. I mentioned that in my last video, but never hurts to say it again, I guess. So we have a DayZ Epoch Chernarus database. We want to make this database. So copy this text and right click here, new database, paste that shit in there, hit OK. There's your Overpoch Shinaris database. It's empty. We're done with this. Wait, okay, so this username, I already made that for my Epoch server. If you hadn't done it, you go into add user and then you put DayZ. Just watch my other video. Watch the Epoch install video. You should know this already. But there's the accounts there. And the only thing I want to do is I want to add an object. I want to add the Overpoch Shinaris. Oh, what has he got? He's got the Epoch, right? So you want the Overpoch. Full privileges to administrate this database. Okay, so make sure you got the thing tied to the database tied to the user that's in here. Done with this. Okay, we need to populate this database. So make sure the green check mark is here on Overpoch. Go to the query tab and SQL folder. Drop this Epoch in here. These are for updates. We're just doing a fresh install, so you need this one and this one. Okay, good. Open up a new query tab. Drop this shit in there. Run that. Okay, good. And we don't need to do anything else. You should already have your event scheduler. For my last video, select add event. Yep. Run that. Okay, it's on. Good. If it's not on, you did something wrong in the last video. So we've got everything we need out of here. You should have all these installed. Yep, we're good there. We need to download this stuff here. So, and we need to put it in here. So just open up each, what do I have open here? GitHub. I could click here, I guess, but I'll use these. So you need to have the Overwatch key. So is it going to allow me to? Okay, there we go. Control click. Overwatch BI key. Download that. Save it. Close that. You need the mission SQM. This is probably the most difficult part of the install. It's just copying and pasting. So open up your mission, MP missions. Open up your Overpoch mission folder. Open up mission SQM with Notepad++. And this list of add-ons right here. We need to have this list of add-ons. Let's see. So we're going to put a, click in here, put a comma after this Anzio 20, hit enter, and we're going to paste all these ones we need below it. So we're going to, is this one, these are all the Overwatch ones. So go up. No, hold on. We'll go down. So this is new to Epoch. What is it? It was 106. This is an older file. So DayZ Epoch vehicles, characters, PMC. Okay, that's in there. This is in there. This is in there. This is in there. This is in there. That. MBG Buildings 3, is that in here? No. So we're going to start here at this MBG Buildings 3. Really? It doesn't have kill houses and shit? I guess NAP does. So you can see all the guns here. These are all Overwatch guns. You're just going to put all these down to here, down to this GLT_BHREC. You want all of these highlighted. These are all of the Shinaris ones. Let me verify that. Yeah, those are all Shinaris. So highlight all these from MBG_buildings_3 all the way down, and Control C on that. Click in here, Control V, and I'll move this over. Last one should not have a comma. Check your formatting. Good, we got a comma there. Everything has a comma behind it except the last one. That's good. Done there. Save that, close it. Let's see. Key. Downloads. There's the Overwatch key. Go back into your main directory and open up the keys folder, and it should go in here with these. Copy there. I can delete that, I guess. Okay, so you got the Overwatch key. Now we need to put the loot tables and the trader files in there. That has all the Overwatch guns in there and the vehicles. Okay. I'll have links in the description for this stuff. There's the loot tables. There's the traders. I'm just going to click on these since I'm in the GitHub. Download. That's the traders. Back up, get the loot tables. Okay. Minimize that. Minimize that. Downloads. Okay, so you got it. Let's do the loot tables. Open that up. You see this DayZ code thing? There's nothing in here. You're just going to copy that whole thing over. Right now, open, go to the trader files, extract those. And there's already a DayZ code. Open the DayZ code. You got to configs. Open the configs. Config server trader. Just copy that over. Okay, so that's all you need out of there. Now you need to redirect to these files. And that's done in description.ext. Okay, here's your loot, here's your traders. So what we did was we put it in a DayZ code folder, and it's inside a configs folder, inside that. That's why I did that. All you have to do is come in here and get rid of the PBO prefix. We're not directing, whoops, that's the wrong one. Ha! This one, loot. Don't redirect that one. Insert. Okay, so you see that's all I did was got rid of the PBO prefix. Starting with DayZ code, right? DayZ code, configs, DayZ code, configs, config loot, right? And then config loot.hpp, config server trader, right? Config server trader.hpp. I think I changed, hold on, let me open this back up. Go back into the downloads for the traders. And this server traders.sqf, you just replace this one. This one directs you into a file that's built into the mod. But we don't want to use that one anymore. We want to use my custom one because I have custom categories and stuff in here. Overwatch guns are in here, right? So you'll want to delete this one that's in your mission PBO and copy this one over. Okay, that's all you got to do for that. Let's go ahead and delete this PBO. Don't delete that PBO. That's your Epoch PBO. You want to PBO this one. I'm avoiding disasters here. This is great. I could have fucked that up badly. So now we want to start the Overpoch server. Well, first of all, you want to go into your client. Let this load. This will take forever. This is going to be a short video. This is nice. Then I'll get into some other shit. Epoch, admin tools, and other stuff. My neighbor's running his weed whacker. I don't know if you can hear that, but Hopefully not. I think he's in the backyard now, so he's a good ways away, and there's a barrier. So we have to enable Overwatch, and then we have to restart the client, which that's probably the longest part of the whole video. Unless you want to do batch files and all that shit, but I'm doing old school here. You could also launch it through DayZ Launcher or through Steam with the expansions enabled. But I'm too lazy for that. Overwatch has to be above Epoch. Okay? Remember that. Overwatch over Epoch. And let it restart. And like I said, you can update the files that were already existing. No problem with that. I just like to make a second server. I just think that's just because I like to have an Epoch and an Overpoch server. Because I do a lot of mod updating and testing and shit. So it's good to have two. So expansions, yep, you get that. Overwatch is before Epoch. Okay, hit cancel for the multiplayer. Fire up the Overpoch server. Oh, you know what I should have done was cleared out my RPT. Forgot. Right? I spelled my name wrong. How about that? Very cute. Overpoch server. Join it. You can let this count down or just hit OK. So now we have a pretty big mission file from the server traders and loot tables, which is fine. Gender select. Okay, let's check our, is it this one? This one. So here we are again, publishing vehicles to database. And you should notice right away if you have Overpoch because the game sounds different. It sounds like you have change in your pocket. I guess if you have a gun and shit. Let's go to this house and see what kind of loot we got. Probably, the way my Overpoch loot tables are, I don't have them crazy like, you know, chain tags in the supermarket. I have them, they work like Epoch, it just has all the Overwatch guns in there. That's how you do an Overpoch server, fellas and ladies, if you're out there. Maybe I should say they. We're in the age of gender fluidity, I guess. Some zombies. Open this door. Open the door. Alright, so I increased the loot somewhat. There's quite a bit of shit in here. Backpack. It's not nutty though. Can I log out? Damn. I'm fucked, I think. I don't think I can even get out of here. Oh boy. Just turn around and go away, please. Okay. Let me just shimmy back here. Alright. So, let's check our server RPT. Well, yeah, go into the C drive and your DayZ DayZ Overpoch. Okay, there's your server RPT. Look for errors. I don't think I tested those server or those trader files or those. Oh, the loot tables have been tested because there's a lot of servers running those. Trader files did not test. Okay. I can't remember. So go to C, go to users, your computer name, app data. Oh, cool. If there's problems, I'll fix them. Yep. Oh, this was just for the that's not a problem with the Epoch. That's a problem with the, what is this, a picture file that's in one of the Overwatch mods? That's not an error. Don't worry about that. That just happens when you bring up that remember that error that popped up when I pulled up the mod? That's not an error. So I don't have any errors in here. There's nothing fucked. So good install. That's a solid Overpoch install. Very nice, very nice. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna get into doing admin tools and some other shit. I don't know. I suppose Wicked AI. That's I do the updates for that. That's really popular, so I'll do that one, and I suppose some other ones. I guess ZSE and shit. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.